We are JJT Incorporated, and we specialize in website redesign. In order to improve A Little Bit of Heaven's reputation and raise the current level of awareness to attract potential volunteers and increase monetary donations, improving the website and web presence is a vital factor of success. We found that a well-designed and maintained website can allow organizations that might otherwise be limited by scarce funding to be more visible, have a higher degree of interaction with members, and be seen as more credible and empowered source of information. Therefore, we plan to reconstruct the website to inform volunteers and donors of the services and needs of A Little Bit of Heaven. This is the current homepage of A Little Bit of Heaven's website. As we can see, it is very basic. It includes the name of the organization, a goal, which is outdated, tabs to other pages within the site, a link to donate, and a mission statement. However, some of the tabs are a bit misleading. As you can see, when we click on the Homeless Shelter tab, this page has a nice explanation of the shelter and the services it entails, but as we scroll down, we see an article. While this article is very appealing, there's a sense of disconnect and disorganization within the website. An article we found concludes that accessibility, accountability, and education are significantly correlated with the number of new donors the site is able to attract, as well as with the total value of online donations offered. This is the reconstructed homepage. Like the current homepage, we have included the name of the organization, the current goal, a mission statement, as well as tabs to direct the visitor to other pages. We've added a few items such as banners to allow the website visitors to visually connect with A Little Bit of Heaven. We've also changed the color scheme to blue and white to bring a heavenly sense to the site. In this close-up of the banner, we've included a quote for a visitor to read. This allows them to see the successful impact that A Little Bit of Heaven has had on the homeless community. We've also inserted facts on homeless men onto the homepage. These quotes are to help potential volunteers and donors understand a piece of homelessness and to persuade them to donate to A Little Bit of Heaven. Here's another image presented on the banner. Once again, we use a quote to explain how A Little Bit of Heaven helps the community and hopes to persuade website visitors to help the cause. Like the first image on the banner, we've included pictures of the facility. One is of an occupied room and the other is of a man reading, both creating a sense of comfort at home. We want everybody to feel welcome, whether it's somebody without a home, volunteers, or donors. This image on the banner allows the website visitors to click on a link, bringing them to a page to make a donation. We've chosen to put this image third in the banner since the first two images were to persuade the visitor to donate. This allows them to look no further and just click to donate. This image also includes a picture of the entrance to A Little Bit of Heaven, allowing the potential donors to literally see where their money will be going. This is the last image in the banner. It is of a past resident with a quote of his success story. It's extremely important to illustrate to the website visitors that A Little Bit of Heaven is successful in not only housing and feeding the homeless men, but successful in getting them back on their feet. This allows website visitors to meet and put a face to the homeless people that their donations will be helping. Another item we have inserted onto the homepage is a spot for monthly statistics. We've chosen to include this because another article we found concluded that by using a chi-square analysis, that the top nonprofit organizations included copies of their annual reports. This box is a visually appealing and simple report to read. These should always be current and up to date, informing and educating website visitors. This next section on the homepage includes a link to learn how to volunteer and the mission statement. The mission statement is very important for website visitors to see. In the same article just mentioned, it was also found that the top nonprofit organizations included their mission statement on their site. Therefore, we have made it easy to find and simple to read. This next section is promoting A Little Bit of Heaven's current goal of paying off the balance from purchasing a boiler. It also celebrates finally receiving the boiler and thanking everybody that contributed towards that goal. Also, the article mentioned before stated that including organizational goals on the website was yet another item related to being one of the top nonprofit organizations. This is the About Us page. In 3 short paragraphs, we illustrate the story behind the Transitional Housing Organization. It informs readers of who A Little Bit of Heaven is and who it welcomes. It also paraphrases the mission statement. This section is also where some of the quotes came from on the homepage. We reuse quotes to reiterate our successes and how important donations and volunteering efforts are. This is the Outreach page. While there is no current outreach program, this page will inform website visitors of past community outreach programs as well as serve as a placeholder for future outreach programs. We've also used this page to encourage and connect visitors to potential volunteer opportunities at A Little Bit of Heaven. As you can see, we have used an image of a group of volunteers. This website is meant to attract and inform website visitors and hopefully persuade them to become donors and/or volunteers. This organization strives by volunteer efforts, so we must encourage visitors to at least consider volunteering. This image reminds them that a little bit goes a long way. This next section informs website visitors of what the support programs consist of. It allows visitors to understand how much goes into helping the residents of A Little Bit of Heaven get back on their feet. It also allows them to consider parts of homelessness that they may not have considered before, such as not having identification documents. Hopefully persuading them to help, we have conveniently placed a link to volunteer to the right of this section. This is the services page. This page informs website visitors of all the services A Little Bit of Heaven has to offer, ranging from overnight shelter to counseling. While some of these were mentioned on the outreach page, we repeat to reiterate to the website visitors the importance of these services and the organization's desire of getting the homeless men back to being stable. This page is not only to inform potential volunteers and donors, but current homeless citizens looking for shelter or assistance. This page serves to create a sense of home with the image of the occupied room and made beds. A Little Bit of Heaven wants to welcome anybody looking for help, and this page serves to welcome anybody needing or wanting to give aid. We have also included a space for testimonials on this page. The people that make up A Little Bit of Heaven are its residents, its staff, and its volunteers. We find it important to reiterate the success of A Little Bit of Heaven's residents. Staff and volunteer testimonials are also important. It allows website visitors to connect with current or past volunteers and motivate them to become volunteers themselves. Production of this website will bring a revolving door of visitors for potential donations and volunteers. The relaunch of A Little Bit of Heaven's website will play an immediate impact on not only the programs and services, but the people who are affected directly by A Little Bit of Heaven and its existence. We are JJT Incorporated. Thank you.